Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, I'm always happy to have you here. So in this particular video, we're going to dive straight into a topic that I feel is really kind of important. If you are a new person here, my name is IG and I am a Nigerian that recently immigrated to Canada. So I made this kind of content, and if you like this kind of videos that I'm making, please consider subscribing and liking this video for more. So let's dive straight into this video. The people that traveled 3 to 4 years ago and the people that traveled now, there's a clear difference. And I just wanted to point it out in this video. So first of all, let's start with a quick story. A friend of mine was trying to save up money to write a medical exam, and he only needed to save up about 1,000 Canadian dollars, mind you. So he started saving, and at that point he needed only to save 500,000 naira. He started saving, and when he got 500,000 naira, he realized that the money had turned to 1 million naira. So he continued his savings. He saved up to 1 million naira again, and he realized that the money was now 1.2 million. At this point, he continued saving. He saved up to 1.2 million, only to realize that the money had now become 1.7 million naira. And at this point, I think he got a bit discouraged, but he managed to save up to 1.4 million and then borrowed 300,000 naira to complete it to 1.7 million. This leads me to my first point, which is the naira to dollar rates is something else. It is on the increase currently. Back in 2021, if you wanted to get 1 Canadian dollar, you only needed to have 340 naira for 1 Canadian dollar. But as of today, in 2024 September, you need 1,240 naira for 1 Canadian dollar. Going by this trend, it is not really looking too good for people that would want to travel out in the near future, say 2025 or 2026. Like, the amount is just going to be too much for most people to be able to afford. So you can see that those that traveled out in 2021, they only needed lesser amount of money, only 340 naira for 1 Canadian dollar. But now you need nearly triple that, which is not looking encouraging. So if you are looking to travel, perhaps it's now or never, because the way it's going is not really looking good. It's not a good trend. So for sure, if it continues the way it's going, it will get to a point where to save up to travel is going to be nearly impossible. I recently heard that, not recently, but I knew that there was an increase in the proof of funds needed to travel. So I found out that initially it was at 10,000 Canadian dollar for one person. So for every additional family member that you added, it was like an extra 6,000 for your spouse, if you want to add a spouse, and then for your kids, for each kid, an extra 4,000, which is okay, I feel is fair. But currently, it is at $20,000 each for one applicant. Then, if you want to add your spouse or an additional family member, say 2 people now, you need about $25,000. And then for 3 people, it goes on and on, like about 30-something thousand, which is not really very favorable for Nigerians because of the exchange rates. So if you only needed like how many million before, now you need like whatever you needed before, you need double that. So you already know that this is not really the best outcome for a lot of people. So like I said, wanting to travel next year, who knows what the amount is going to be? What if it's increased? Like at a point, it will just be not possible. So if you're on the fence about traveling, consider all of this, because I was just really thinking about this a few days ago and I was like, I need to make a video on this. So the next one I noticed is less and lesser programs are allowing people to bring their families. I noticed there are now lesser programs allowing you to bring your families. Like before, if you were trying to study in Canada and you did a diploma program, you are still able to apply for, I think, a work permit, spousal work permit for your spouse or your family to come over. But right now, most undergraduate programs, you're not able to bring your family, like unlike before. Okay, so now if you're doing an undergraduate program that is not law or medicine or something very professional, I doubt that you can bring your family, you can't bring your spouse. So to bring your family with you, you need to be applying for a postgraduate study program. So if it's not a master's or something like that, you definitely not be able to bring your family, which is not really looking good, you know. If you want to come with your family, you want to come with your spouse, then you have to look for something in the postgraduate line. I was thinking about, you know, people that traveled back when, you know, it was still a bit more favorable. They had lots of opportunities to bring their family, lots of pathways. 3 to 4 years ago, things were not really like this, which leads me to my last and final point, which is the political climate of Canada. So many people living in Canada currently feel that the rate of immigration is very high and it is driving up the prices of housing and increasing the rate of unemployment. So they are kind of saying that immigration should be curbed, and the government is listening to the cry of the people. So they are developing policies and they are coming up with initiatives to kind of reduce the immigration into Canada, which is good news for Canadians, but you know, not very good news for someone who is trying to immigrate to Canada. So I really feel that right now, if you're looking to travel, this is as good as a time as you ever get. Thank you guys for watching this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your questions or comments you have, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.